The single-phase induction motor that we have considered in our previous lecture was started using auxiliary winding in combination with main winding. This auxiliary winding is required to provide starting torque. The parameters like resistance and leakage reactance of main windings are chosen such that current drawn by main winding will substantially lag behind supply voltage. This angle of lag depends substantially on rotor current lag, but in turn depends on value of slip. This is because rotor circuit reactance has a multiplier S, that is slip. When rotor catches the speed, value of slip drops and lagging current angle reduces. But since at the time of starting lagging current is large, this supports to give large starting torque. Angle made by main winding current Im with supply voltage is represented by phi m. The value of phi m is large at starting but reduces as speed is caught by rotor. The second way of increasing angle between two currents to get higher starting torque is to reduce the angle of lag for auxiliary current. For achieving this, large resistance is connected in series with auxiliary winding and to keep value of inductive reactance low. Actually, lagging current instead of depending upon these values depends similarly on slip and rotor circuit current. If we compare these two windings response with three-phase induction motors any phase response, then we see that current lagging angle largely depends on referred value current, that is minus I2 dash, than plain values of resistances and leakage reactances. Now let us see the first schematic circuit on the slide. For providing sufficient starting torque by increasing the angle between Im and Ia, we have to insert a capacitor in an auxiliary circuit. This is shown in the first schematic diagram on slide. This extra added capacitor increases the angle between auxiliary and main winding currents. As we can see that capacitor remains connected for a very brief period of time, so this is a short duty capacitor. This increase in angle also increases the starting torque that we may see on characteristic curves. On phasor diagram, current in capacitor branch Ia leads the supply voltage by some angle. This angle of lead is controllable by selecting larger capacitor if motor needs more starting torque. If such a combination is used to keep capacitor only for starting period, then motor is named as capacitor run motor. The next variation of single phase induction motor is, in addition to starting capacitor, one more capacitor is kept connected in series with auxiliary windings. In this combination of circuit, auxiliary winding is not removed from circuit but kept connected along with running capacitor. Only the starting capacitor is removed from circuit using auxiliary switch. This combination of motor circuit is shown on slide. This motor is known as capacitor start and capacitor run motor. Advantage of using this motor is it offers high starting torque. Under running conditions, reverse rotating field due to main windings pulsating flux is nullified since angle between two currents is 90 degrees. By selecting capacitor of appropriate rating for angle between two currents of auxiliary winding and main winding is set at 90 degrees, motor works just like two-phase motor. Note that angle between Ia and Im is larger than 90 degrees in starting period when both capacitors are in circuit. As motor catches the speed, one capacitor is disconnected and angle returns to 90 degrees. One more simplification is capacitor run motor. This motor has both windings, main and auxiliary windings, permanently connected to supply, and only one capacitor is kept in auxiliary winding circuit. It should be noted that by using suitable combination of capacitor, if we ensure angle of 90 degrees between two currents of main and auxiliary winding, then it is not necessary to have a high reactance main winding and high resistance auxiliary winding. Now consider the characteristics corresponding to two states of circuit. one when centrifugal switch is closed and second when switch is open. The red vertical line crossing both characteristics is a portion of transition. Centrifugal switch opens at some predetermined value of speed or slip.